Manever I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there, I see them yopo.
You are warmly welcome. Honorable members, after the vote and proceedings, may I take indication from the majority leader?
Yes. Speaker, we have advertised that we'll do a closed sitting and take the report of the House Committee that considered matters regarding facilities for members. And so the decision is that we'll take that report a closed sitting. But before then, we want to continue with the BOG amendment bill so that after some time we can do closed sitting, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, the Bank of Ghana, yes.
Speaker, the majority whip a while ago made an application. I think it should come in whole. We should have an idea because, you know, rising is close. We haven't risen. We'll be rising soon. So let's know what we are to do so that we can plan and navigate well. Because I know GMPC work program is outstanding. I know the road minister has a business. I'm also aware of the Bank of Ghana bill. And then, as you are calling for closed sitting for very obvious reason, the House Committee's engagement. Let's structure it well. And Speaker, I also want to make a prayer. Yesterday, a senior member of the House, the Honorable Ochedako, statement was admitted by the Speaker and worked on. So let's agree if we can slot it in. It's a statement on Christmas. And Speaker, you had advised that we take it today. The member is ready to take it. So let's know how we can navigate, and then we can move effectively to deal and dispense of all these programs. Between today and Friday, we can deal with all these. So give us an idea how you want us to flow. We could, leader, just a minute. We could do the closed sitting as a last item. I mean, your pleasure, you are the chair of the committee. Then probably move with him, Kwame's program, and then GMPC is also outstanding. Then let's itemize the first three businesses, then we can flow in that order. The Bank of Ghana bill, Speaker, no problems, we'll do it. So, Chief Whip, give us a litany of the business we are supposed to prosecute. And then I'm sure the matter on the foreign minister, on the items you have shipped to Jamaica and its environs, we should have the majority leader speaking to it for the records. He must speak to it. Then we can get a confirmation of, okay, we can allocate some time for him to also come brief the House. This is a matter we have to speak to. Okay.
Yes, Majority Chief Whip.
Mr. Speaker. Oh.
Don't be in a hurry. Because he should be patient. That is why he's the chief whip of government. Again, to corroborate what the leader said, we've also committed troops to Benin. These are very important international relation matters. And it's all a stony silence from the Foreign Affairs Minister, the Minister for Defense. We are not hearing anything. Apparently, the Finance Minister is acting as the Minister for Defense, right? So we are aware our Blackwa is coming. He shouldn't come and only speak to Jamaica. He should prepare for Benin too.
How many troops are sent?
So that we know the number of troops that have been sent and the financial implication to the country, the taxpayer and all that. You said you are resetting Ghana. Do we have to tell you this? Yes. No. Do we have to tell you this? You don't have access to tell you, Majority Leader. You look very calm this morning. We don't have to tell you this. Tell your ministers to come to the chamber. Foreign Minister must find his way here. Wherever he is, must come with the next available flight to come to Parliament. The Defense Minister must come here. You said you are resetting Ghana, and we should be telling you this before you do it.
How much?
Majority, are you looking at me? Don't stop staring at me. You should be working. So get the ministers here, and let's be sure how you are going to deal with the questions. Government Chief Whip. Don't distract me.
Mr. Speaker, we have a member of this House who serves as the third Deputy Speaker of the ECOWAS Parliament. I believe he should be briefing us regarding the troop situation in Benin. He is the best person to brief us. No, he's holding an official position in ECOWAS. Should be briefing the Parliament of Ghana regarding the situation in Benin. But we will do the needful, Mr. Speaker. The Foreign Minister will come.
Honorable Majority Chief Whip, if you want a member in his capacity as the third Deputy Speaker of ECOWAS to brief this House about the situation in Benin, the rules allow you, and you know what exactly to do.
Mr. Speaker, I'm guided. I know what to do. Mr. Speaker, now regarding the issue, the leader has indeed placed the call. So we'll schedule the Foreign Minister to come.
Honorable member, he was called to come today.
Yes.
So now when we deliberate on this particular issue, what else is the House going to hear from the Foreign Affairs Minister? So all we need to do is to wait for him to come and brief us. So when we open the box, that the matter be discussed, after discussion he walks in, what happened?
Speaker, I agree with you. So they shouldn't belabor the point. Mr. Speaker, the next point is that the businesses that we slated for today include the completion, hopefully, of the BOG amendment bill. We'll do that. If we get the clearance, we'll consider the GMPC work program, which is also advertised, Mr. Speaker. The Honorable Anodompre, I believe you asked for some details, so I'm trying to provide the details. Honorable Habib, let me have the ears of your leader. Then we can have this matter. So, Mr. Speaker, my brother, the Minority Chief Whip, knows that we'll try and complete the BOG amendment bill. We'll try and take the GMPC work program if we get the clearance. And then, Mr. Speaker, also we'll take the motion number 21, which stands in the name of the majority leader, so that we set up the ad hoc committee to look at the financial statements of the Office of the Auditor General for the year ended 2024. Mr. Speaker, we also take the sports fund bill. The report is ready, and so as well as the closed sitting to take the report of the House Committee. So, Speaker, tentatively, these are the key businesses for us to take. Speaker, let me also add that I've just had a discussion with the Minister for Labor and Employment, the Honorable Dr. Pilpu. So he will be here to answer some questions that stand in his name. And so, Mr. Speaker, mainly these are the matters that will be the businesses will be dealing with on the floor, tentatively, Mr. Speaker, for the attention of my brother on the other side.
Yes, Honorable Kojo Oppong Nkrumah.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I agree with the chairman, except that there is a proposed further amendment, which would amend his proposal. So it will read as such: within 7 days, give notice in writing to the minister and parliament, and then the rest of the words continue. Mr. Speaker, the reason is that in the Act 918, the reportage is concurrent. It's both to the minister and to parliament. In the new standing orders, we even now have made express provisions to allow heads of independent constitutional bodies to appear. And so if we remove parliament, then we are lowering the bar for reportage. And so our view is that it should still be parallel. So I agree with the chairman just to make it parallel by a further amendment. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
I have not seen anything ambiguous about the amendment being proffered. He is asking for clarity on the existing law. Yes?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, to help the process, I think we should just create the chronology, trace the chronology, as you advised yesterday, so that we're all on the same page. The original Act 612, Section 30 is what deals with temporary advances. The subsection 1 talks about the conditions under which the bank may lend to government. A, the bank may make advances or loans to government on overdraft or in any other form that the board may determine. B, may direct purchase from the government of treasury bills or securities representing obligations of government. Then the subsection 2 says that the total of the loans and advances shall not be in excess of 10% of the total revenue of the fiscal year in which the advances were made. So the conditions were stated, and then the threshold of 10% was given. Mr. Speaker, then in Act 918, an amendment was made to the subsection 2, which deals with the 10%. So you will notice that in section 16, in clause 16 of 918, which dealt with the section 30, the principal enactment is amended A by the substitution for subsection 2, now to amend it to say 5%. So if you read 612 and 918 together, the conditions in 612 prevail, and then the 5% threshold is now established here. Mr. Speaker, what the leader is saying is that by this new amendment under the current bill before us, they are seeking to replace the whole section. The whole section 30 is what is now being replaced. And the language that has now been proffered for the replacement of the whole section 30 now introduces a new basis which he's expressing worry about. So respectfully, Mr. Speaker, it's not just about the timelines, but it's a replacement of the whole section 30. And that is what he's asking for clarity on. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Kojo Oppong. Yes.
Mr. Speaker, thank you very much. Mr. Speaker, our colleagues should read the amendment proposed by the chair of the committee very well. Section 30 of Act 612 amended. And Mr. Speaker, as you yourself guided them, by substitution. So read it well. Temporary advance to government. In 31 says, the bank shall not. So read it well. The bank shall not do A, B. Then it comes to the exceptional circumstance of seasonal shortfall. So seasonal is a technical word. It's not the revenue you are talking about. No. So, Mr. Speaker, you can put the question. Then the Minister for Finance and the draft person will provide meaning for seasonal. Yes, but let him proceed. But it's not as you are construing it, Mr. It's not as you are construing it. Mr. Speaker, all this is because of what happened in the past about the Bank of Ghana. Please, what happened to the Bank of Ghana and the last... No.
Honorable Minority Leader, I have not given you the floor. Honorable Minority Leader, I have not given you the floor. I recognize the Minister for Education. Minister for Education, you have the floor. Honorable Minister for Education, you have the floor. Honorable Minority Leader, I have not given you the floor. So kindly resume your seat. Let's hear the Minister of Education. I won't allow you to intimidate anybody.
So, Mr. Speaker, I'm just saying that this House be wary of past events, which is the mischief this amendment is seeking to correct, so that we don't have an occurrence of some of the things which happened, which crippled the Bank of Ghana. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Let me hear your back, Honorable Kojo. You are a member of the Finance Committee, so help us.
Mr. Speaker, I'm ranking on the Economic Committee. They've kicked me off
Very
the
well.
Finance Committee.
You are the ranking member of the Economic Committee. So, good.
Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I'm a member of the Economic Committee. I've
Very
not
well.
been kicked off from the Finance Committee. I am a ranking, actually.
Very
Mr. Speaker,
well.
I think it's very important that we notice the change between the two provisions. As I read to you earlier, the conditions for advance were in the original 612. The conditions have now been restated with a proviso. The proviso now says that, subject to the provisions of this section, the bank may, for the sole purpose of filling a seasonal shortfall of budgeted revenue, that was not part of the basis under which the Bank of Ghana could lend to the government. If you read the original 612, Mr. Speaker, and I think colleagues, we all may have missed this at committee level. It's important we pay attention to it. In the original one, 31 says that the bank may make advances and loans and then may direct purchase from the government treasury bills. And then the 32 talks about the threshold of 10%. In this new version, the drafters
I am agreeing with you. We have the same principle. But the difference is that this one says the bank may, but this one says the bank shall not.
With respect, Mr. Speaker, that is not even the point of my submission. I'm talking about the new 32 in the amendment before us. In restating the conditions under which the bank may lend, which originally is that the bank may make advances and loans to the government on overdraft or in any other form, and 2, make direct purchases, treasury bills, etc. In restating it, Mr. Speaker, please pay attention to 32. Chairman and colleagues, 32. A new proviso has now been introduced, which says that, despite subsection 1 and subject to the provisions of this section, the bank may, for the sole purpose of filling a seasonal shortfall of budgeted revenue of the government. So now, a proviso has been introduced, which now becomes a preamble to making those advances. It is that preamble that the leader is drawing attention to the fact that it shouldn't be there.
That is why I'm asking you, as the ranking member, what is the seasonal shortfall?
Well, the government brought its bill. The government brought its bill. The bill that the government brought told us of conditions under which they want to be able to borrow from the Bank of Ghana. And the memo stated clearly that it is to tighten the rules and prevent the problems of the past. And so if you read the sections that follow, 2 conditions were given. One is a state of emergency.
You have not answered my question. As a ranking member, what is a seasonal shortfall?
Mr. Speaker, that is up to the government to tell us. The conditions that they gave us are the ones that we are protecting. And we are noticing that a new window has been opened. That's what the leader is drawing attention to, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, minority. Section 30 of the old law, as in 61230B.
Mr. Speaker,
original
that is
rendition.
not the bone of contention. You are right in saying that in the original...
Listen, look at what I am dealing with. He is complaining about a direct purchase of treasury bill. And I'm saying that this has been the original rendition. It has been the original practice.
No,
but
Mr. Speaker. No,
the
Mr.
new
Speaker.
one...
No, please hear me out, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, in the old act, the Bank of Ghana could purchase treasury bills, but not as an answer to government revenue shortfall.
So, under what circumstances will Bank of Ghana purchase treasury bills?
Relax. Mr. Speaker, if you see, the government has a budget, and as part of its budget, sometimes it needs liquidity financing. So it will issue treasury bills. It is not a substitute for government revenue. So in the old act, you will find that The Act 612 permits the Bank of Ghana to purchase these treasury bills, but not as a substitute to actual government revenue. You are right in saying that those words are repeated in this new amendment. However, it is predicated this time around on an express provision that it can be done to fill seasonal shortfalls of budget revenue. Simply put, Mr. Speaker, what that will mean is that the Bank of Ghana can, under these new provisions, print cash to support the government budget. So what we are proposing is that that proviso should be taken out so that the original provisions will remain. If you don't, and you create this new window, then you are actually now legislating that when the government has budget revenue shortfalls, the Bank of Ghana can either purchase instrument sales or print money for it. Mr. Speaker, you will recall that this bill is being brought to legislate the conditions under which the Bank of Ghana can finance government. And those conditions are two in 30A. Those conditions are a natural disaster or the state of emergency. And what has been agreed is that beyond that, they should not be financing government. What this proviso does is that now when you have revenue shortfalls, they can participate. And that is the proposed amendment, that if you take that one out, we are fine. If you keep that in, then you've opened the window for printing of currency to finance the budget. That is what is being spoken about. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Well, let me hear the majority chief whip. Then I'll come to you.
Speaker, I thank you for the opportunity. Mr. Speaker, please, minority leader, we listen to you in some quietude, please. Speaker, we've been haggling over this clause for the past 45 minutes. We haven't made movements. So let me pray that we have it stood down so that we can make progress. Because I'm looking at the
Clause 11 accordingly stood down. Clause 12.
Thank you very much.
Minister left out one key part of the provision, which is despite subsection 1 and subject to the provisions of this section. Minister, the provisions of this section. This section is talking about section 30. Now remember that we have now introduced the section 30A, which spells out the conditions under which the Bank of Ghana may lend to the government. And those are in 30A, 6A, and B. A state of emergency and a public health emergency. Those are the only two conditions. Now, if rather you include this, and Minister, let me explain why that is important. You can actually have a scenario where you don't have a budget shortfall. You don't have a revenue shortfall. But we are confronted with war or something that now requires you, please, that now requires you to spend. This is why the provision, Minister, this is why the provision on revenue shortfall should be deleted. It's not about revenue shortfalls. It's not about revenue shortfalls. It is about when those two emergencies have occurred and you have issued the instruments for the occasioning of those emergencies, then you can borrow from the central bank. Now, when you bring this clause into it that revenue shortfalls, it's a clawback clause, which now allows that when you have revenue shortfalls, you can rely on it using those provisions. And so, Mr. Speaker, our proposal is that we take those words out so that the intendment of government is protected and that we don't have a clawback clause at the end. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Honorable Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, when I was on the other side, when at consideration, we were not encouraged to do certain things as a member of the committee. You are the ranking member of the committee. These matters were raised at the committee level. Mr. Speaker, for nearly 45 minutes, we are debating one clause. We've already stood down two.
Honorable,
so it appears to be deliberate.
Honorable Majority Leader.
Respect.
Honorable
due respect,
Majority,
you ought to have done this at
Chief
the
Whip.
committee level and would have been factored in.
Honorable Majority Chief Whip.
By practice, we don't do this.
Honorable Majority
We
Chief
don't
Whip.
do this.
Do you know what is Bagbin's principle?
We don't do this. What we are doing, you ought to have done it at the
In
committee
practice,
level.
do you know
You are the
the
ranking
principle
member to the
referred to
committee.
as Bagbin's principle? Yes. Honorable Kojo, Oppong.
Mr. Speaker, to the extent that the Chief Whip on the other side referred to me specifically, I want to draw his attention to something. When we are doing this work in the chamber, it's not out of malice or anything. We have spent hours perusing these bills and making recommendations. He should not on his feet be impugning ill motive. It's contrary to our standing orders. And I take strong exception to
Honorable
that. Thank you,
Kojo,
Mr. Speaker.
Nkrumah, I came in to state that we all understand yes, majority. Yes.
Speaker, as the House may recall, we indicated earlier in the day that the Minister of Foreign Affairs will be in the House to brief the House regarding our support to our brothers in Jamaica, as well as our contribution towards the stabilization of the situation in Benin. And he's here. So, Speaker, if we may take him so that we can get back to other businesses as we have.
Yes, Minority Chief Whip.
Speaker, we are aligned on this side. We are aligned.
Very well. Very well.
Mr. Speaker, as a further agreement, we agree that after his briefing, members will have the opportunity to maybe contribute or two questions from either side or comments.
Honourable members, this one, it's a plea. Before
That is so.
taking the decision, can we take the item numbered 1, presentation of papers for distribution, so that as we are taking the Foreign Affairs Minister, the paper will be distributed.
Speaker, as in order paper addendum?
Yes.
Great,
Yes.
great. Yes.
So that they'll be doing the distribution as we take the listing.
Order paper addendum. There's the Kumasi
Roads and
Expressway.
transportation.
Kumasi Expressway. Kumasi Expressway.
It passes to a faster
Just the report of the committee.
We just want to lay the report. Minority Leader, we are laying.
Only the report.
Laying.
Honourable members, we are still at commencement of public business. Item numbered 1 on the order paper addendum, presentation of papers. Chairman of the committee.
Speaker, the chairman has just stepped out, so I pray. Oh, Ajay has been here. Ajay has been here. Mr. Speaker, in any case, it was a joint referral. So any member of either of the committees could lay, Mr. Speaker.
Speaker,
Yes.
we will not object. But for the Chief Whip to say that the chairman has just stepped out. The whole day I have not seen the chairman. So you have the liberty to go ahead and even lay it yourself. But don't say the chairman has just stepped out. He has not been here the whole day. Where is the chairman? Go ahead. I've not seen him the whole day. Where is the chairman?
Honorable Chiwete, may you humbly resume your seat.
Mr. Speaker, the chairman was the one who presided over the consideration of the referral. So, Mr. Speaker,
Honorable Minority Chief Whip, the application is for the Vice Chair to lay.
yes.
Jetson.
Honorable Vice
Because he
Chairperson.
said the chairman has just stepped out, and I'm going to
Yes,
correct that.
your point is well made.
That's not correct.
We appreciate it.
So let's
Honorable
it should
Vice
be
Chair.
expunged from the records.
Honorable
Dedi kama amena PENDREAM TV ase. Na so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.